I need to talk about how the universe is speaking with me and comforting me, but I'm not crazy. Oh my god. What is that? I don't know if that was a raccoon or a cat. I'm also in the middle of the woods, if you couldn't tell. So, it's just, and this could easily be explained by, I don't know, some like fucking psychology student. Shut up. Let me have this. I think about all of these philosophical issues that I run into in my head, because I think about it day in and day out. Like, I just think about what it means to be alive, and I have all these feelings that I can't really put into words. But it's like, even though I can't put them into words, I perfectly understand how I'm feeling and how I should be feeling and what this means for me. That's all I can say. That's the best explanation I could give for whatever I am talking about right now. It's just so vague. The universe is vague. The universe is vague because the universe isn't meant to be understood. Like I've been saying this, guys. I've been saying this. Don't try to understand the universe. And once I did start detaching myself from the thought of there is an answer, because there's not, I was able to acknowledge. I just made the most disgusting sound with my throat. I could have just coughed, but I sounded like a cat. Anyway. Boom. So after detaching from this idea of an answer, a universal answer to existence, to everything, I started looking more inward. I think before I was looking outward for an answer, because I was like, what is the answer? There's an answer. But that, I think, in itself is me looking outward, when all you can do is look inward, because all you have is yourself in this lifetime. Okay, bars. Boom. But once I took on this new outlook on life, and I really just started trying to be very grounded with myself and fully understand how I am feeling, because that's really the only thing you'll ever be able to understand. Oh my god, my voice sounds horrible. It's because I just absolutely fucked up a steak bowl. What was I saying? Oh my gosh. The only thing you'll ever be able to understand in this life is yourself. And not even fully understand yourself, but you'll be able to connect with yourself. Does this make sense? Guys, does this make sense? Do I sound crazy? Many people are not connected to themselves. They don't know themselves. They are, and I saw this I think on TikTok. It was like, yeah, most people, they just create this facade, this fake identity, and their whole life, they spend their whole life just trying to back up that facade, instead of facing the biggest fear in life, which, at least for me, and I think for most people, it's facing yourself. That's the biggest fear in life, is facing yourself. But to face yourself, that requires you breaking this facade, breaking it down and wiping your slate clean, and then turning inward and then feeling everything. You have to feel everything. You have to go through the motions of experiencing You can't fight the current. Let's go Taoism right now, okay? Don't go against the flow. Go with the flow. Boom. And when you're over here putting all of your life energy into a facade, something that does not completely resonate with your true self, that's you going against the current. Anyway, I kind of went on a side tangent. I'm saying all this because once I finally allowed myself to feel all these emotions, I was able to then dissect and come face to face with how and why certain things make me feel certain ways. And I was able to get multiple answers just through that. I was better understand myself. I am the answer. I am the answer, but I am not a definite answer. I don't know if like my grammar is like making sense right now. Like I don't know if this is how I should word this. But I am not a definite answer because I am constantly evolving. And I was talking about this yesterday with someone, how it's like I can feel my soul evolving and changing. Oops. I don't know. Maybe you just won't really be able to see me. But I can feel myself evolving as a life form and as an existential, or as a universal being. I don't really know the words to use to describe my existence, but I've never felt so alive. Because before, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, they want to stay the same. They attach themselves to an identity, and they think, this is me, and this will forever be me. No, you will not always feel the same about everything. You will not always react the same to everything. And that's because, and I said this in my last video, there are two parts of your existence. There's the physical, and then there's the universal, your consciousness. And maybe the consciousness doesn't change, but your body, your physical form, is most definitely changing every millisecond of every hour, every day. Like, you're always changing. And because these two interact to then create what you are, the physical changes are going to have an effect on how your consciousness expresses itself. So every part of you is changing all the time. Do not get attached to one part of yourself. Just, if you're going to be attached to any part of life, be attached to the concept that we're ever-changing beings, and because of that, you're always able to create something new, something better within yourself or out of yourself. You're constantly cocooning and then breaking out. Like, it's like a constant metamorphosis. Like, there is no end phase of life. Like, you're always, I don't even know, how do I explain this? It's like you're constantly going from butterfly to like to egg to larvae to, I don't know, caterpillar to cocoon phase, and then breaking out. And I think every time you break out of that cocoon, it's you achieving another level of enlightenment, so to speak. So if you're going to be attached to anything, let it be that. Because then you can find peace in this ever-changing existence. And that's where I'm at right now. But I thought it was so interesting that ever since I've started this journey, really trying to be connected to my being, I can feel the changes happening. I can, and I said, the longer I'm on this journey, the more vague my answers become. Instead of me being able to put them into words, I really cannot. I feel it. So let's say at the beginning of a philosophical problem that I'm having, it's just this feeling of friction within my chest. I can feel it. It's like something heavy. It almost feels like I'm slipping into depression. I deal with depression, and maybe it's just that, but I feel a friction within me, and if I sit in it, then it does transform into actually just a depressive episode. But I've learned to control myself and be able to recognize when I feel this friction. So instead of, and when I say sit in that, I mean sit in it in an unhelpful way. Like almost relishing in how bad it feels. Instead, I do something that I enjoy. I enjoy being in nature. I enjoy sometimes physical activity will help me reach that answer. That's maybe 0.1% of the time. I'll be really going through it, and then I go on a run and I'm like, wow, okay. But I'll walk in nature. I think being in nature it helps me feel so grounded. 'Cause it reminds me, it puts me back in my place. It's like, okay, yes, I am just another life form on this planet, in this universe. I think the sickness of humans comes from us being such narcissists. So grounding yourself with something like Mother Nature, it's easier to calm the freak down, get off your high horse, hug that tree. I hope someone understands what I'm saying right now. But back to the feeling. So yeah, instead of not sitting in it in a bad way, but sitting in it, that's the difference. Instead of sitting in the feeling, I contemplate the feeling. I think about it, and I can't even tell you how I think about it, but I do. I question what I'm feeling. And after a while of questioning how I'm feeling, but also using these personal tools of that ground me, I am then able to ease the friction within me. And I know, because I can feel it, that I have now transformed, because I can tell that I am viewing the world in a different light, in a different way. And sometimes I can even see it as I see it like indirectly. It's like, okay, I have this experience, I thought about it, I took the steps I need to ground myself, and I no longer feel that friction within my soul. And then later on, maybe a few days later, I realized, wait, there was this one thing that used to really like grind my gears, or like even a little bit grind my gears. It was just something that when it happened, like I would think about it, like, oh, you know, like when something bothers you, you think about it. But then it happens, and I realize, oh, well, that's actually not a big deal to me anymore. This used to bother me a lot more. And I really do, I forget words. But I do believe that is because of the prior enlightenment or whatever that I was able to achieve, that I was able to work myself through. I feel like I'm saying a lot of the same things I said last time, but yeah. Oh, wait, I was talking about how the universe is speaking to me. Okay, yes, because I'll be thinking about these certain issues, and sometimes when I'm really close to these enlightenments, or maybe as soon as I reach these enlightenments, or maybe this one event is the enlightenment, something coincidental happens, and I immediately connect it to what I have been thinking. And I know, it's like, no duh, the thing you've been thinking about nonstop for 2 days for. Of course, anything that happens, you're gonna be like, oh, they're connected. Like, okay, I know, but it's just, sometimes it's a little too coincidental. Just saying. I won't get into the specifics, but I'm just saying, be more attentive in your life. Be more attentive in your life, and really try to apply the issues that you're like delegating within yourself. Just be observant and try to apply things that happen, or lessons that you see other people learn, or lessons that you learn, or just things you see happen, whatever. Try to use that to work through what you are trying to work through. Because if I go more cuckoo than I'm already going, then I'd say you are on this path trying to work something out within your soul, and the universe maybe makes or lets, I don't know. I'm not saying that fate is a thing. I don't know. I don't know the answer. There is not an answer. So I'm not going to say that the universe makes certain things happen, but I think, if anything, it's like, it's just meant to happen this way. And all the answers, all the clues are there for you. They're laid out right there. You just have to be aware enough to then to be able to acknowledge, observe them, and then also apply them to your situation. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that no matter what you're going through, there is something right in front of you that can be used as a clue to solve your issue. And when you really are in tune like this to the things going on around you and yourself and just your whole life, you will feel like the universe is talking to you. But don't go crazy about it, because the universe probably isn't talking to you. It's just, life is easier than a lot of people make it out to seem. not coming from like an ignorant standpoint. I'm just saying, like, don't be oblivious to everything happening around you, like, because oftentimes there's probably lessons in what you're observing on a daily basis that you can apply to your own life, which will then make life much easier for you. Okay? Don't be a narcissist. In the terms of like existence, like as a being, everything is connected. Everything is connected, okay? Don't be a narcissist. I am on the same level as the leaves beneath my foot. I'm on the same level as the trees behind me. I'm on the same level as the sun, as the sky, as the atmosphere, as everything. Okay? And we all work together to create harmony. And when one thing is out of harmony, I feel like, generally speaking, the universe wants harmony. So when one thing is out of balance, for instance, your soul, it's easy to look at the world around you and say, okay, well, I can learn from this, and this. I can learn from all the things around me that are still in harmony. Take those lessons, apply it to myself, boom. Now I'm back in harmony. Because I'm back in harmony because I was not oblivious to the system which I am a part of and which helps keep me in harmony. Do not be narcissistic. Do not be a philosophical narcissist, okay? I feel like a lot of times I just put words together and I hope they make sense. That's all I really had to say. I really want to go buy some plants. Should I be spending money on plants? No. But it's like, I think I need to. Anyway, but public transportation, so I really got to get going. Peace out.